Alright, I think we are live. Gonna hang out for a second. And let me post this at YouTube. Boom. Alright. Let me turn that down. Alright. I think we are good now. Let me make sure that I got my desktop audio on. So what is going on, everybody? Welcome to another live stream of sorts. Gonna do a kind of a live study type of thing here. I think that's about even-ish, probably as even as it can get, I guess. Maybe. What is going on? Missed last stream, that's all good. I'm gonna get set up here. Turn this light on, see if this does anything. Boom, boom. Change it to like a white lighting. Meh, that doesn't really appear to do much. I mean, it does, but it like, I feel like it creates like a shadow on me versus actually helps. Let me see. Just moves the shadow where it's at. I'm gonna leave it off. All right. Cool. So I'm gonna do a couple things today. I'm gonna do a little bit of Native Shark. Gonna do a little bit of probably some grammar stuff with I've been going through some of the Genki grammar stuff, and you can actually pull examples from Boon Pro, not Boon Po, but Boon Pro. So I'm probably gonna do some of that. But anyway, just wanted to kind of hang out and do a little bit. Let me pull up a window so we can get this started. Need to shrink it down a little bit. Let me also X that off so people don't hear notifications for those of you in the Discord. And we're gonna pop that up about right there. And let me get window capture properties. Alright, that actually is where it needs to be. So we're gonna, okay, I do that every time. We're gonna pull this down here, pull me down to the side, and kind of get started. Now, I am obviously doing like some study and stuff, but as always, feel free to post questions or anything of that nature, and we will see what's up. So we need to go to, first off, let's do this to make this page a little bit bigger. Somehow you can hide, okay, that's not what I meant to do. Somehow you can hide this, right? I don't know, maybe. All right. What am I trying to do? Native Shark. I know you're doing, have done some Greek. Would you ever consider doing some Latin? I'm taking Latin right now, just so wanted to know. Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely not opposed to it. I wouldn't mind. Latin seems like it'd be really fun, and I think especially as I would dive into more and more romance languages, I think that could be. I think it could be really, really cool. It's just not something that I've done recently, but I'm definitely not opposed to it. I would like to, actually. I know Duolingo has a course, but I'm still kind of not using some Duolingo. Can we make that just a little bigger so there's not that weird white strip on the side? All right, that should be good. All right, let's get my timer. That way I can track my studies here. Which I've done really, really well today. Okay, I got that figured out. So let me delete, and start. So we're gonna jump right into this. I've already done my flashcards on Native Shark for the day. I figured I'd get those out of the way before I started going live just because. But anyway, so we're gonna check out this lesson right here and we're gonna see what's up. So how to use Yoroshiku. Very generally speaking, yoroshiku onegai shimasu is a greeting used at any time you're about to interact with a person in some way. All right. So, this is one of the most useful phrases. Chords are getting hung up. This is one of the most useful phrases that a student of Japanese can learn. Yoroshiku onegai shimasu. I look forward to working with you. Please treat me well. It's nice to meet you. Yeah, I know there's like a bunch of different ways that it's used, so.
よろしくお願いします。
よろしくお願いします。
All right. You'll notice that the translations are kind of all over the place because yoroshiku onegai shimasu is widely used in a variety of situations. Very generally speaking, we just read that. So your taxi driver might say it just as he starts driving, or a business contact might say it a few seconds after meeting you. This phrase can be made even more formal by changing the shimasu to itashimasu? Is that how you say it?
よろしくお願いいたします。
yoroshiku itashimasu.
よろしくお願いいたします。
Okay, interesting. Although most of us students of Japanese won't find ourselves needing to use this extra formal version of the phrase, you will almost certainly encounter it during your adventures in and around Japan. For example, workers in the service industry often opt for humble language when they speak, so you might hear this phrase from a worker who is serving you in some way. All right, let me keep on going here. Sorry, I lost my chat. There we go. All right. Using yoroshiku informally. In most casual situations, it is possible to drop the onegai shimasu off the end of the phrase and just say yoroshiku when making requests. For example, if I'm about to go to the convenience store and my wife wants me to also take out the trash that is sitting by the door, she might say, Gomi yoroshiku. Gomi yoroshiku. Gomi. Strangely enough, that's funny that example comes up because I didn't have this exact sentence, but in my Tango deck that I'm doing, I just learned the word for trash, so that's actually pretty hilarious.
ゴミよろしくね。
ゴミよろしくね。
Gomi yoroshiku ne. Oh, I think when I was repeating that, I didn't say the ne on there. I was watching one of my Serbian football videos on YouTube and got interrupted by a native shark. I blame you. Sorry. Definitely, obviously I like for people to watch and hang out and chat and all that stuff, but don't let me take you away from your immersion. It would be possible to say the above sentence without ne, in which case we might translate it as, could you take out the trash? By including ne, the speaker's sentence has a nuance that the listener knows he is supposed to take out the trash, and she is just reminding him. This makes sense because the sentence-ending particle ne is used when seeking agreement or confirmation about something. Yes, from what I've always understood, the ne is the Canadian a. Although the word, or kind of similar to that. Anyway, although the word has become idiomatic in modern Japanese, it may help to think of the literal meaning of yoroshiku as being well. I say this because yoroshi is actually a more formal version of the adjective e, which means good. We have another Phase 1 lesson dedicated to this topic, but we can change e adjectives into adverbs by changing the final e to a ku. That's why we can think of yoroshiku, well, as being the adverbial form of yoroshi. All right. You'll notice that because they want to be formal, people in service industry jobs often say de yoroshi desu ka instead of de I desu ka. Okay. Isho de yoroshi desu ka. What will that complete your order? The above, de, good, desu ka.
以上でよろしいですか?
Whoa.
以上でよろしいですか?
Alright, that was mumbled.
以上でよろしいですか?
Alright, that doesn't even sound like he's saying the same word.
以上でよろしいですか?
以上でよろしいですか?
I guess that's how they say it though. Alright. You might want to hear phrases like this. Ended with de shoka instead of desu ka. By the way, okay, cool. The meaning doesn't change, but the nuance of deshoka is slightly more formal because it sounds less direct. For example, you might be asked something like this when you're paying with a credit card.
ご一括でよろしいでしょうか?
ご一括でよろしいでしょうか。
ご一括でよろしいでしょうか。
Okay, yeah. Ikatsu. Okay. Can't wait to use yoroshiku. Well, I have good news for you. You can use the phrase yoroshiku onegaishimasu whenever you have just exchanged name with someone you've just met, or when you've just finished giving a self-introduction. This is why it's sometimes translated as it's nice to meet you. I'd bet good money that whatever Japanese person you say this to will respond by saying it right back to you, something to look forward to. There are other phrases that can come in handy when introducing yourself, such as hajimemashite, that you'll be seeing quite soon. We'll also go over how to do a full self-intro later in phase 1 and explain why these two phrases can sometimes be translated so similarly. Cool. Alright, that's all already known information, which is cool. Generating kanji. Children, beauty, and a woman. Teach or faith. Okay. Child respect and hit. Okay, so teach. Oh yeah, that's the second character. I think the second character in what is the word? I've seen it before. Teach. Forest Grove. Yeah, something of that nature. I'm gonna stop watching or else I will want to learn Japanese too. Hey man, that's a good. That's actually forest. Japanese rules. This looks like okay. It's anti. I struggled with this one during RTK as well for whatever reason. Not sure why, but I did. But yeah. All right. People are brought to a cliff again. Cliff again when they oppose a cruel leader. Again, cliff. Anti. Okay. This is eat or food. Yeah, meal. Okay, meal rice. It's not the exact same thing, but I think I'm good on that. Teach. Boom. Oh, you know what? I could have probably looked at the. Hold on, let me undo the last review. Teach. But it's here. It's the first character. Yeah, Kyoshi. Kyoshi for like classroom teacher. Okay, I knew I'd seen it. Anti. Units kanji is learned. Watashi wa kyoshi desu.
私は教師です。
Cool.
私は教師です。
Oh, yeah. That's something I noticed recently in the in the last couple of days is that it auto plays the audio, which I really like. I'm not sure if that was a patch or maybe I had missed something and accidentally turned it on, but I'm a big fan of that. これは大きい。これは大きい。
これは大きい。
これは大きい。
このリンゴは大きい。This apple's big.
このリンゴは大きい。
このリンゴは大きい。
ご飯食べた。
ご飯食べた？
Did you eat?
ご飯食べた？
Did you eat dinner or lunch? Okay, ご飯食べた。Boom, boom, good with that. 食べて。
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 Good with that. 食べてください。
食べてください。
Actually, you know what? I should be archiving. I don't
食べてください。
I don't need those popping up in my whatever.
聞いてください。
聞いてください. Okay.
聞いてください。
I knew it was something like that. There's only one card left, so if I fail it, guess what? Boom, it's right back.
聞いてください。
聞いてください.
聞いてください。
Cool. There's one lesson down. Getting used to verb conjugation takes a while. For example, you just saw the word kiku being translated into its te form, kite. Kite. Until we have covered the rules for conjugating verbs multiple times, there's no need to worry about how or why verbs are changing the way they are. All will make sense in time. What are you doing, Vincent?
ここにいてね。
はーい。
ここにいてね. Here ni ite ne. Okay. Fair enough. ここにいてね. All right, cool. Making A is B sentences. The A wa B des pattern, which is A wa B da yo in casual language, is useful for making simple statements, especially as you start learning more katakana loanwords. Yeah, there we go. All right, Japanese has two types of adjectives, e-adjectives, adjectives that end in e, and not adjectives that usually don't end in e. Takai, expensive, tall, omoshiroi, interesting or fun, and yasai, cheap, are all e adjectives. Here, on the other hand, is na adjectives. Kantan, easy, which means easy. This is a na adjective because it does not end in e. This is not to say that the last kana of a na adjective can never end in e. The word kirei, pretty or beautiful, for example, ends with an e sound, but it's a na adjective. Perhaps it would make more sense to say that an e adjective is an adjective with e snapped onto the end of it. So we could take a noun like Nihongo, Japanese, and then we could make this sentence: A wa B des. A is B. In this pattern, A is always a noun, but B can be lots of things. In the following sentence, it's a na adjective.
日本語は簡単です。
Okay.
日本語は簡単です。
Since kantan is a na adjective, we use da instead of des in casual sentences.
日本語は簡単だ。
日本語は簡単だ。
Makes sense to me. Be sure to read the part later in the lesson where we talk about dropping da completely for casual sentences. Maybe Japanese isn't easy per se. After all, we have to learn a lot of information. Maybe instead of easy, we should say simple. The word for simple in Japanese is tanjun. I'll see how you pronounce it here in a second. Which is also a not adjective. So how do you pronounce that?
日本語は単純だ。
Tanjunda. Okay.
日本語は単純だ。
Nihongo wa tanjunda. Alright. Rather than using the word casual, technically speaking, it is better to refer to da as the plain form of des. We talk a lot about the plain form throughout our lessons, especially when covering more complex constructions. The a wa b des pattern, which is a wa b da. Okay, yeah, that's sometimes those repeat. A wa b des also works when both a and b are nouns. For example, in Japanese, we can say people's nationalities by putting the suffix jin onto the end of a country's name. So let's take 8 random countries. Okay. Vietnam. If you look at the Japanese names of countries, they're almost always the English name of the country written with Japanese pronunciation. There are some exceptions to this rule, such as Deutsche, but usually those make sense too because they come from languages other than Japanese or English. So let's say that we have a guy named Tomu, international dude that he is. Tom has like 8 nationalities. Simply by adding jin to the country names above, we can say that Tom is citizen of those countries.
トムはアメリカ人です。
トムはアメリカ人です。
Cool.
トムはカナダ人です。
トムはカナダ人です。
How do we make sentences like these casual? The question might be a little misleading. First, here's the answer you'll probably get from traditional Japanese teachers and textbooks. Replace des with da.
トムはメキシコ人だ。
トムはメキシコ人だ。
トムはフランス人だ。
トムはフランス人だ。
Okay. Now you're probably wondering why we describe this as a so-so solution for making casual A's be sentences. Yes, you can say the above sentences. The period confused me. Yes, you can say the above sentences. They're technically correct. Grammatically, there's nothing wrong with them. But if you find yourself speaking casual Japanese with friends in Japan, they're going to opt for this even better answer to our question. How do we make sentences like these casual?
トムはドイツ人。
トムはドイツ人。
Yeah.
トムはイギリス人。
トムはイギリス人。
So if des is the final word of your sentence, just leave it out completely in casual situations. Your Japanese will sound more natural. You may be thinking, I've heard Japanese people say da at the end of casual sentences. Yes, you're absolutely right. This does happen from time to time. For example, including a da at the end of a sentence, sometimes done to show emphasis. Other times it adds the nuance that you're talking to yourself. Additionally, the sentences above do need da. If we want to add a particle to the end of them... Oh, okay. Sorry, I read that wrong. Imagine, for example, that we want to end the sentence with the particle yo, which, among its many nuances, can convey that we are introducing new information to the listener. In this case, we would put da just before yo at the very end of our sentence.
トムはインド人だよ。
トムはインド人だよ。
トムはベトナム人だよ。
トムはベトナム人だよ。
Okay. Is it a bad idea to learn hiragana through Duolingo? If that's all I'm going to use it for, yes. If you were going to learn hiragana, I would say if you're going to use an app, there's an app called Kana Drill. That's pretty cool. Yeah, Native Shark you can test out for free, and the way that they teach it is really good. Lingo Deer has a pretty good course for hiragana and katakana. So yeah, the problem I have with Duolingo is it strictly teaches you from a Romaji standpoint versus teaching you from a standpoint of what's the word I'm looking for? Versus teaching you from a standpoint of like the actual sounds of the language, if that makes sense. Tomu wa
メキシコ人よ。
Answer: We can drop da, but it is. You know what? Maybe actually after I finish Native Shark, I know there's not a lot of people watching. Like this was kind of a weird spur of the moment stream, but I might go to Duolingo and log in just to see like kind of what my thoughts on it are after 4 months of not using it, like the Japanese version. We'll see. Da has a bit rougher, punchier sound to it, don't you think? I like that word, punchier. No, well, you should start thinking that because it will help with understanding the nuances of feminine and masculine speech in casual situations. We don't have time to get into many differences between masculine and feminine speech in this lesson, but at least remember that the previous two sentences are using feminine language because there is no da before yo. You want to see that? The Duolingo one to check out Duolingo? I'd recommend checking out Take Him or Cure Dolly over this if you really want to do basic grammar. Also, you learn this grammar with the Tango M5 deck. Yeah, I've read some Take Him, and I do watch Cure Dolly, but this seems to work pretty solid for what I'm doing, and I'm doing the Tango M5 deck as well. I just like having, like, I like having things, like, I don't know, I really like the explanations that they use here. That's why I'm using this. Cool. Yeah, after I finish this, we'll go and give Duolingo kind of a test just to see where it's at. What is feminine language? The phrasing has the potential to be misleading. Generally speaking, when we use the term feminine language in lessons, you can assume that it means overtly feminine language. For example, regarding the explanation above, you may think that you should be using yo instead of da yo if you're a girl, but it wouldn't sound overly masculine for you to use da yo. On the contrary, female speakers use it quite often, and it's the option we would recommend using whether you're male or female speaker. This isn't to say that you won't hear feminine speech being used in Japanese. In particular, it's used a lot in anime, movies, textbooks, and so on. We saw quite a few examples in this lesson. There's no need to memorize every little bit of information. What's important is that we consider how useful A is B patterns are. Okay, all right. Boom, past that. Here we go. And that is, the lower one is what, not yet? Yeah. Boom, that is, what is, this is like beginner RTK stuff. Not yet, and then like something about like extensive or some, okay, end, okay, fine. I don't think that's what's taught in whatever. that is, Emmy was just asking about feminine language in Japanese on Discord. Oh snap! Well, there you go. That lesson would have come in super handy for her. Construction. Let's get through some of this. What was that? Whole. Boom. Meeting. Boom. And oh yeah, this is the one that was, because like I think this is taught. I'm pretty sure this is taught as like extensive or like something like that, because it's like the upper one is bigger, but this one is end. Powder final. All right. Also, in terms of like this versus tango, like I'm still doing tango, but like I like the multiple examples versus the one sentence example from tango. And using them, in conjunction, I find it to work really, really well for me. Some words have multiple meanings. Ano can mean that over there, or it can be used like how we say in English, like I just said. We teach each of the meanings in separate vocab flashcards. This happens often. Fully understanding a word involves seeing it in many contexts. Write a little bit. Pizza daisuki. Yeah.
ピザ大好き。
Pizza daisuki.
Daisuki. Pizza daisuki. I don't need that card. Kohi daisuki.
コーヒー大好き。
Kohi daisuki.
I don't need that card. Ne daijoubu.
ねえ、大丈夫？
Don't need
Ne,
that card.
大丈夫?
彼は寿司を食べている. He's eating sushi.
彼は寿司を食べている。
彼は寿司を食べている。
Don't need those. 彼は寿司を食べていない。食べていない. He is not.
彼は寿司を食べていない。
彼は寿司を食べていない。
I'm actually going to keep that. I know what this means. I don't get a lot of practice on the inai. Teinai. I'm going to keep that. Kuru.
来る？
来る？
Kuru. I'll probably keep this one just because I don't really see it in its form like this a lot, which I mean would make you think I shouldn't, but from where it's conjugated to ki whatever, I think I'm going to keep this just to make sure that I keep reinforcing that the actual verb isn't kiru, it's kuru. すみません。
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 I don't need that. Very good, very good. All right. So.
タバコはトイレですって。
無理。
無理じゃない。
はいはい。
So, tobacco wa toire de sitte, smoking tobacco in the bathroom. Go in the bathroom to smoke. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, moody, which I struggle reading, but I know moody. Moody. I probably pronounced that. That's interesting. Moody janai. Yes, way, isn't. Anyway, I struggle seeing it, but I know what it means. All right, cool. Completing lesson. Dropping da with e adjectives. It is correct to put des after e adjectives in formal sentences, but we don't ever put da after e adjectives. Interesting. All right. Whoa, my window just shrunk. What just happened? Just trying to get this set back up. All right, make sure we're good. All right. This is just one of those strange rules that you have to memorize, but da will never snap onto an e adjective. In other words, an e adjective should be the very last word of a casual sentence. It cannot have da come after it. For example, oishi is an e adjective, meaning something like tasty or delicious. This would be incorrect to say pizza wa oishi da. Interesting. Okay. In a casual sense, we need to lose da. Pizza wa oishi. In a formal sense, on the other hand, we would put des.
ピザは美味しいです。
Okay.
ピザは美味しいです。
To summarize our point once more, it is correct to put des after e adjectives in formal situations, but we don't ever put da after e adjectives. A nice thing about this rule of not using da after e adjectives is that we can make full sentences by saying noun wa e adjectives. For example,
ドアは大きい。
door is big.
ドアは大きい。
All right, and
パンは安い。
パンは安い。
okay. The nuance of sentences like these can vary greatly depending on whether or not the particle like wa is included. And I was tempted to put wa in parentheses for all those sentences because of that. As we progress through our studies, we will gradually give more and more attention to these kind of subtle changes in nuance that can occur. For now, however, we can just focus on the fact that noun wa e adjective is a rather useful pattern to have at our disposal.
テーブルは小さい。
テーブルは小さい。
Yeah.
スマホは高い。
スマホは高い。
Boy, that's the truth. Note that since we have no context for these phrases, we're just guessing when to make them specific singular and non-general plural. For example, the following sentence is translated to "the cake is big," specific singular, but we could have translated it as "cakes are big." It is impossible to translate Japanese sentences well without understanding the context in which a given phrase is used.
ケーキは大きい。
ケーキは大きい。
Keiki wa oki.
チーズケーキはまずい。
チーズケーキはまずい。
Okay, are you starting to get a feel for how simple it can be to form these sentences in Japanese? Sure, you might mess up the nuances of these sentences, which can change, for example, depending on whether you use wa or ga or even no particle. But that's the kind of stuff you worry about after you figured out some of the fundamentals. That is stomach, or abdomen, or belly. Yeah. That is, whole construction. This app looks interesting. This is the shark app. Yeah, this is Nihongo shark. I mean, native shark. Used to be Nihongo shark. Whole construction. What the heck is that, man? That is like, what is it, empty? Yeah, empty. Well, sky or empty. But empty is what I learned from, what is it, like serpent? Self. I was way off. Alright. Yeah, that's run. And this is run. Okay, this is wake up. See, this is a great example. This is a good example, actually. There's a lot of times that when I'm talking, like in a video or something, you'll hear me talk about how I can recognize stuff like in the wild, so to speak, but not in singular, like this right here. This is a great example. I know wake up when I see it. Like when I'm looking through some of my examples, I know this, but when I see it in isolation, I don't. Like, it's really weird. I'm no ever in that. That's self. All right. Next. All right, we got one more, and then we're gonna check it out. All right, so this is is that kawaii?
かわいい。
Kawaii.
かわいい。
Kawaii. What in the world is that dude's doing?
かわいい。
Kawaii. What is going on there?
かわいい。
Kawaii. Okay. Onaka itai?
お腹痛い。
Boom, nailed it. I'm keeping that one. Stomach hurts, yeah, just because of practicing the kanji, but that's cool. Onaka. Oh, there we go. So empty stomach. This is onaka sweet. Is it sweet? Sweeta?
お腹すいた。
Sweeta, yeah. Boom.
お腹すいた。
Boom. Chotto onaka suita. I'm a little hungry.
ちょっとお腹すいた。
Or I'm kind of hungry.
ちょっとお腹すいた。
Same difference. Okite.
起きて。
Okite.
起きて。
Okite. Okinasai.
起きなさい。
Okinasai.
起きなさい。
Wake up. Cool. I think we got one lesson left.
手伝いなさいよ。
なんかごめん。
Tetsudainaseo, help. Going. Sorry. Boom. Nailed it. Good job. Thanks, A. I appreciate that. All right, we got one more lesson, and then we're gonna jump over. I am, man. I said I was gonna stay off of it forever, but I think it would be kind of cool to see, after 5 months of not using Duolingo, going to see what that Japanese course is like now. All right, thinking about something isn't the same as doing it. When you think about your approach to your studies, how you're organizing your time, and all of that good stuff, you're being active. When you put new words, sounds, and grammatical concepts into your brain, you're being productive. Productive over active. Nouns, na adjectives, and e adjectives. Here we go. It is important for you to know the difference between e adjectives and na adjectives, nouns. But it's okay to get na adjectives and nouns mixed up. Boom, here. All right. As a student of Japanese, we need to get a clear grasp of different parts of speech. To start, we should be able to differentiate between e adjectives and na adjectives. E adjectives are adjectives that have e attached to the end of them, like oki, takai, yasui. An interesting thing about e adjectives is that they can act a lot like the verb of a sentence. Specifically, they do not require the copula da. Biru wa yasai. Biru.
ビールは安い。
ビールは安い。
In a more formal sentence, we can just put des onto the end of that.
ビールは安いです。
ビールは安いです。
Biru wa yasui desu. An e adjective can even form an entire sentence if there is enough context to make the meaning clear.
ビール高い？
ビール高い。
安い。
安い。
Yeah. I love the adjectives because they make sense to me. I'm less fond of not adjectives, and you'll see why below. The two types of adjectives. I must say that I'm not a big fan of using the word adjective when teaching Japanese. 2 reasons. The English concept of adjectives does not work well with Japanese. There are 2 different types of adjectives in Japanese, and they work completely differently. I'll start with the first one. Remember way back in elementary school when your teacher said an adjective is a word that modifies a noun? No? Maybe you were drawing a picture on your desk when she said that. Such a teacher probably wrote something on the board like big dog. Dog is a noun, big is modifying that noun, so big is an adjective. This example works okay in Japanese too.
大きい犬。
大きい犬。
And your teacher might teach you something like that, and in doing so they'll divide Japanese adjectives into 2 categories. E adjectives like oki, which we saw above, na adjectives which are followed by na when they come before a noun, like
綺麗な人。
きれいな人。
boom. Kire is a na adjective, and it's being followed by the noun hito. So instead of saying kirei hito, we say kirei na hito. Okay, yeah, that's not all that different than the big dog example. We just need to insert a little na. But what about the times we don't need na? How does that work? Your girlfriend has mad beautiful hair. You must tell her that it's beautiful so you can caress some of the strands framing her face and say,
髪きれい。
髪きれい。
since our na adjective kire is at the end of the sentence, i.e. isn't followed by a noun, we don't put na after it. Na adjectives versus nouns. A large number of words in Japanese can function sometimes as a na adjective and sometimes as a noun. One example of this is the word kinko. Okay, yeah, that's kinko, which we could translate as either healthy or health. When I first learned this word, I was told that it was a noun.
健康が一番。
健康が一番。
Okay. Fast forward several months, and kinko started messing with my once organized understanding of Japanese grammar. Namely, it started acting like a na adjective.
健康なお年寄り。
健康なお年寄り。
Okay. What I thought kinko was. What? I thought kinko was a noun. What's that na doing in the sentence? In the midst of my confusion, I had a terrible idea. I'll just memorize which words can be both nouns and na adjectives. Then I'll learn to use them separately based on context and whatnot. Not my best idea ever. The problem with this study approach was that it assumed Japanese people themselves are differentiating between na adjectives and nouns. They're not. Case in point, re and I were... Oh, sorry. Re is a word. It's what is it, re? Like, I'm trying to think of the sentence that I know it in. I know what re is in context. It's, oh my god, dude, what is re? It's gonna bother me. Re is thanks or gratitude. That's not what I was looking for. Manners or etiquette. I think practice, perhaps, because I think it was like maybe it was like okanji ware. I don't remember. Anyway, sorry, that was a useless side tangent there. But all right, case in point, Ray and I were brainstorming. Sorry, Ray and I were brainstorming phrases that I could use for the above explanation, and she said,
健康だね。
健康だね。
No, I said, I can't use that. I want kenko the noun, but that's kenko the adjective. She looked at me like I was crazy, then after a few silent moments she said, okay. It's not that Japanese people aren't incapable of separating adjectives and noun, it's that they don't care. They don't need to separate them, and neither do you in the vast majority of cases. Long story short, it's important for you to know the differences. We got that. It happens to the best of us. What kanji would you get a tattoo of? Right now, probably none. There's nothing really that, like, I've seen so far that, you know, I would, like, nothing that has, like, a strong connection to me or anything, anyway. That is, yeah, husband. Boom. This is lose. Yep. Loss, lose, error. Hello, what is up, Wanya? Welcome to the stream. This is... I almost want to say... It looks kind of like riot. It is salute, thanks. I'm an idiot. Okay. Salute, thanks. Ceremony, manner. That looks like... That's not what I thought it was. Company, okay. At what point should we add new kanji words and sentences we come across into our flashcard system? Should you wait till RTK is finished after Tango and 5, or as soon as you start learning? I think that's kind of just dependent upon you. I'm not sure exactly what... I need to go back and look at and see what... Like, if you're following MIA, you can double check the guide. I waited to add cards until I finished RTK, but that was just because I was already doing Tango while I was doing RTK. And that's just because I didn't want to have that many flashcards. But I mean, I don't know. It's kind of up to you, whatever you're comfortable with, I guess. I should probably go back and look and see what the MIA guide says in terms of, like, because I know a lot of people that watch my channel are specifically here but because of MIA, but yeah, what is a substance? Yeah, boom. Gate? Ah, man, I freaking don't remember. It's question. Of course it is. Alright, so these are the three that I don't remember. I don't remember this already. Salute, thanks, or ceremony. People are hooked into an altar so they may offer their thanks. Okay, hooked into an altar. What are the things? Company. Question. Gate mouth question. Yeah, that makes sense. Whoops, didn't mean to hit that. And thanks. Boom. Let's see what kind of words we got here. Okay. Alright. What's happening there? Shimashita.
失礼しました。
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 失礼しました. I used to hear that in all kinds of freaking J-pop that I would listen to. 失礼しました. I don't remember the reading, but
ありがとうございました。
ありがとうございました。
don't need. 質問ですね。
いい質問ですね。
Boom.
いい質問ですね。
I'm gonna keep it, but I know that. パソコンを買った。
パソコンを買った。
I'll probably...
パソコンを買った。
I know that. I don't know. I'll keep it just for right now. Pansky.
パン好き
Yeah, I mean, I do love some
Pansky.
bread. I don't need that. Aisu Daijobu. What is that like? Is he...
あいつ大丈夫？
Yeah, is he okay?
あいつ大丈夫
I'm going to keep that one just in case as well. Back to this, which is... 失礼しました.
失礼しました。
Boom.
失礼しました。
Boom, and that is it for... That is it. Oh, no, it's not. We still got one more little thing. And... play.
ねえ、もうすぐタクシー来るよ。
わかってる。
No. Alright, hold on. Let's read this again. Restart.
ねえ、もうすぐタクシー来るよ。
わかってる。
もうすぐタクタクくれよ。わかってる。Hey, soon taxi. Yeah. Taxi is going to be here soon. Yeah, I know. Okay. Cool. Boom, boom, boom. Alright. So, boom. There we go. Native Shark is finished. So I'm going to stop that. I'm going to hang out for a minute and just let my brain rest for a minute because it was 41 minutes of study there. So, gonna chill out for a second, come over here, check out the chat, see what is up. I decided to try out 1 month of Link Premium, and I'm shocked. I never studied words in long phrases, so I'm not used to the sentence structure. What should I do? You can make your own links on there. You don't have to follow their exact guidelines. Like, you can highlight stuff and get kind of exactly what you need. Like, let me see here. I can show you real quick, actually, probably. I'll show you real quick before we go over to Duolingo there. Weird. Oh, it's because I have my window shrunk down. So it's going with, like, the weirdish mobile site. So, like, let's just pop open into just something random here. Alright, so I've not done a lot of this one.
周り
Okay. 彼は新しい国の I don't know what this is.
周り
Mawari. Circumference, perimeter, edge, surroundings. Okay.
周り
No.
旅行
旅行
計画
計画する
する必要
Hey, I actually learned this today. 必要 need があります. Alright, so there's a lot of random just gibberish here. Like, I mean, like, I understand a lot of these words, but I also don't. But, like, I mean, you can just highlight, right? Like,
新しい国
like whatever you.
彼女は新し
You
い
just
する
want sudo, or if you wanted, oh, how does this fit to here? Boom, to plan, okay.
計画
I
する
want all that need to plan.
計
Oh,
画する
okay.
必要
So you can just kind of do that type of thing there. Is there an ETA on the new version of Link? Still nothing as far as I know. But, yeah, I still haven't been updated on that. All right, so just as a joke, now I know that people are gonna see this and be like, "Oh my God, I can't believe that you're doing this." I wish this showed a streak of how many days I haven't used Duolingo. I want to see, just out of curiosity, how I feel about this currently, because I've not used it in a long time, but I'm definitely curious as to see if my just overall general thoughts on the program have changed and whatnot. So it looks like they've added katak. Oh, okay, you know what? Actually, I'm gonna say this. This wasn't here, so I'm happy that this is here. I'm cool with this. And then let's see how long the tree is. Whoa, they've added so much. This tree was not this long. All right, very interesting. Okay, so far I'm definitely impressed. Just because of the obvious, right? Like, I mean, it's this is way better just in terms of additional content being here. So let's do, I'm going to just hit this, see where we're at. Practice. No, okay, we're going right into this. Select the correct character for ku.
Do.
Do. It's been so long you haven't used Duo that all the courses are level 1. Oh, I haven't used it since I started MIA. So it's really, really weird. See here, like, and I feel like this should be different. I think that this should say what character makes this sound, and then you hear the sound, and then it shows you like ro, and then like do, and like da or something, right? Like I feel like that way you're connecting the image to the sound, not the hiragana to romaji. I feel like that would be a much better system. Select the character for na. Oh. Okay. Yeah, I'm doing good. Select the correct character for ro. Match the pairs. Na, chi, ro, ku, sa. Select all. Match the pairs. Sa, chi, ku, ro, na. Duolingo is not about learning. Yeah, this is like, I mean, I'm anxious to see past this. 6. Roku. You only give me 2 options there. It's a 50-50 shot of getting it right. Ohio. See, I'm okay with this, right? Now, I would have this as 4 characters, because obviously you know that even if you didn't fully know hiragana, this right here, you know it's not hi because it's 2 letters, and you know Ohio is multiple, right? How are you doing? Unfortunately, I haven't been here. I'm doing good, man. I've not jumped off of MIA. Like I figure, like I don't know how long you've been here or not, but like I haven't used Duolingo in almost 5 months, and I figured just kind of as a treat to my viewers, we would check it out, kind of see what my thoughts on it are. So yeah, I mean, like this could definitely be different. Like I'm fine with this, but I really wish that this would have like another 4th character thing, and maybe a couple of more, just so you can really test. Because this is testing you on what the characters are. You know, Ohio. So you're actually you're not romajiing it. So I'm okay with that. Write this in Japanese. Yes. Okay.
Hi.
Are these the only 2 words that they have?
Roku.
Okay, I'm cool with that. This one actually works, right? Roku. And, I mean, you've got nana there and roku, but I like that it's testing you on the sound. Should definitely be more words than that, though. 7.
Nana.
Hi.
Okay.
Ohayo.
Apparently those are the only... Oh, see, this I hate. Oh, well, that's because I hate it, because I don't know what I'm doing. It was asking for the English translation.
Nana.
So, fair enough. That's my fault.
Nana.
Roku.
Type in English.
Nana.
Hi.
Ohayo.
Good morning. Okay. Alright. I wanna do... Yeah. I don't care. 1-day streak. I'm gonna have... I get so many... What is this statistic based on? 4.2 times more likely? Oh my god, stop changing. To finish the... Why would plus learners be... Is it because they don't fail? Because if you're on plus, you have infinite hearts? Alright. Duolingo wants to show you notifications. No. Alright. I want to do a couple more because I wanted to get past the hiragana section. I want to just do a refresher on that, and then we'll do like a new... Oh, counting. Good. I hate counting, so... Alright. Let's see. Let's go into another one here. We want to practice without a timer. Okay. She. See, that's terrible audio, too. They already spent money and now they want to finish the course. Well, that's probably true.
Ka.
4 times 2 more like... Ooh.
She.
Alright, Match the pairs. E, na, shi,
し、
ka,
か、
a. I met a Japanese girl at my Spanish program, and I thought it was amazing that Ohio is a Japanese word since I'm from Ohio. I would say that to her every time I saw her. I bet she hated me. That's hilarious.
青、
Oh, this is the. I guess I'm okay with this test. I feel bad for all the people spending serious time in Duolingo when there are so many better, worthwhile options. I mean, yeah, I mean, like, I know that I can be negative about it. I do like that. I feel like Duolingo has gotten people into language learning and cultures that may normally not have been into it. So I'm very thankful for that. But it's definitely not a.
し、に、
It is definitely not a main platform. Do you guys like learning numbers? In my opinion, learning to count is really fun. Well, numbers I'm okay with. I hate the whole, like, all the sections on telling time and stuff. I usually
白、
see this should teach you. I mean, I guess that is Shiro, but they should teach you the kanji, I guess. But
に、に、
yeah, I mean, I'm alright. I don't like telling time, I guess is the way to put it. Red.
赤、赤、赤、
1、
Type in English. Okay.
白、
Shiro.
1、
Ichi. Oh, I can actually. Ooh, I wonder if this recognizes. Ichi. It does.
Ni.
Nice. Type in English. Oops. Okay, that'd probably be. Actually, I can do it like this. Boom.
青、
Oh, type in English. Blue. Perfect. Oh, cool. Makes sense. I hate learning telling time too. Yeah, I don't know what it is. It just frustrates me, that's for sure. I'm going to start one more, and if it's more hiragana, I'm going to stop doing that. Because I want to test on what the actual, like, teaching system and stuff is like. Alright, so we're right back into that. We're not doing that again. Okay. So let's go to... You know what? Screw it. Let's just go through... Let's see this counting. Japanese counting words. Oh my god. Why in the world, though? Here's my question, though. This is not my question. Dueling. Oh yeah, just to see. I've mentioned that I may just try it just for the sake of. What? Is this not the new tree? Just for the sake of. I haven't used this in 5 months. I figured I was gonna come here and just kind of look at it. Okay, so this looks the exact same. Okay. So my issue with this teaching method in general is you've got hiragana. All right, cool. Greetings, probably o genki desu ka? Yoroshiku onegaishimasu. Like the general basic stuff, intro, whatever. Food. All right, cool. We're gonna learn how to eat hamburger tabemasu. All right, whatever. Cool. I'm good with that. Time. You've already introduced that, which is to be one of the first things that you learn. I feel is just putting way too much into it. Routines, I don't even know what would be in that, but whatever. Home, all right, cool. Yeah, hey, whatever rooms you're talking about. And then you're going, boom, right into count. You don't even have vocabulary yet. What are you counting? Like, do Duo's test level? That's a good idea. Can I do that? Can I test out after I've already started the tree? Test out of 4 skills.
1、
I actually skipped telling time in my textbook. I didn't know everyone disliked it. Oh yeah, that's like a big point of contention for... Select the correct characters for namae.
な、
Is it both?
何、
What? Oh, okay.
Namae?
Together. I was really confused. I was
Boku,
wondering what was
namae?
happening there. Well, I mean, like... if you're...
鳥、
Tori. What sound does this make?
鳥、
I mean, if you can read, you can pass. That doesn't mean that you know it. Duolingo is the first book of language material. Good to dip your toes in, but not... Oh, yeah, I won't. It'll be another 5 months before I use this. I was just doing it out of curiosity. Okay, see, this is how it should be done. Select the character for Ichi.
1、
Except it shouldn't have the sound there until after you get it correct. Because then you could just do that, right?
東京、
Tokyo. Select the correct character for Neko.
猫、私、
I mean, like, this doesn't prove that I know anything. It proves that I can listen to something and correct the corresponding sound. Yasai is...
野菜 ば
What?
ば
Va, I guess?
ば
This is what...
ば
That was bad. Vo?
ぼ Naomi
Naomi. It doesn't test if you know it, though, because it's telling you what the sound is. And as long as you can hear that and then read the hiragana, that doesn't mean that you know the kanji, though.
ば ぼ
How much kanji do you know right now? Well, it depends on what you're meaning, because like I know a bunch just based on
椅子
takes me a minute to recognize chair. I know a decent amount,
名前
but it's more so just in recognition, not necessarily that I actually know what those characters mean. Yes, that's right. There's only one answer here that has yes in it. Type in Japanese. There are 5 desks. Alright, I'll probably actually fill this one. There are 5 desks. Because this is like going into the count. Oh, use word bank. There we go. Let's cheat this.
5つ
5つ. Let's see, how would you do that? 5つがあります perhaps?
机があります
Yeah.
7時です
7時です 7時です It okay, I guess I need to turn my... It is 7. It is exactly 7 o'clock right now. Alrighty.
今7時
7 it is exactly 7 o'clock right now. Oh,
半
yeah, Han is like half, so it's just...
です
1時7時ちょっと? What? ちょうど. Okay. Let me use my... ちょうど, exactly. Alright, cool, that's my fault. I don't know that.
大学生たち
大学生たち. A bunch of like college students?
今は5時ではありません
今5時はではありません。It is not 5 o'clock now? It is not 5 o'clock now?
テーブルが1つあります
テーブルが1つあります。テーブルが1つ A table for one? There is one table. Okay. That's my fault too. The different counting systems of Japanese blew my mind when I first saw them. I just ended up using the general counter. That's what a lot of people do in Chinese. They just use the ge. There is one apple.
リンゴが 1個ありますペットはいますか
All the phrases are so context dependent it would be used for really new beginner. Oh, what is this?
ペットはいますか
Do you have a pet? The desk is over there.
机はあそこです
いいえ東京には住んでいません
No. いえ、東京には住んでいません。I do not live in Tokyo. Oh, here we go. This is actually like a weird fill in the blank. Let's see. 8時 blah. 学校へ行きます。So I go to school at 8.
子犬と子猫がいます
子犬と What?
子犬と子猫がいます
Okay, I don't know what the ko is there. That's actually new. Ko. Oh, okay. がいます. I have a puppy and a kitten. Cool, that's right. I used Yomi-chan to cheat that. I didn't actually know that. I mean, like, I didn't... I know if it... Give me a second, I probably could have pieced that together, but... I get up around 6 o'clock. Alright, what words we got here? Probably definitely not going to be using this. Okay, no, goro. Alright, so we're going to use... I get up around 6 o'clock.
6時頃起き
Oh.
に起きます。
Boom. Kenta lives in Tokyo. Well, that's very true. Kenta, I'm not sure what that one would be. Maybe
Naomi.
That's Naomi.
Kenta
Okay, Kenta.
は東京に住んでいます。
Yay, alright, cool. We passed that. Wow, I've earned 70 experience today. Oh, cool. That taught me katakana as well. There was not an ounce of katakana in that, I don't think. Maybe there was one. All right, here we're gonna test out a 3. I will fail this one for sure, but just out of curiosity. What sound does this make?
土産
Congrats, thanks. That is
土産
miyage. That is like souvenir. Select the correct characters for hiroi.
広い
Wide.
来ます
Kimas. That is like to wear, I believe. Tetsu. Select the correct character for Tetsu. Using "ge" for everything in Chinese really stands out, though. It really sounds odd. Yeah, I've heard that, like, that people...
質銀鉄
Okay. What the hell is it? Oh, okay. It's is that silver? Or gold? It's one of the two.
昼
Yeah, I've heard that people... Okay, there's noon. But I've heard that people do that, right? Like, they... Like, that it makes them sound odd. Zaitaku. Zaitaku.
在宅
I have no idea what that means. Being in or being at home. Okay. Foreign exchange students came on Wednesday and Friday. What? So...
留学生
Yugakse. No, I think days of the week go first, don't they? So...
水曜日と火曜日に留学生が
Oh, wait.
木曜日
No, I think Oh, man. Is it Mokyobi? I can't remember what Mokyobi is. I think Mokyobi... Yeah, Thursday. Okay.
来ました
Ooh, I missed it. What did I miss? 水曜日と金曜... Oh, crap. I didn't even realize the other days. I just saw 2 days and I just went with it.
風は強いですか
Kaze wa...
風は強いですか
So, kaze is... I know kaze is 2 things. I know... kaze wa...
風は強いですか
Tsuyoi desu ka. That's going to be something... I'm going to go out on a limb and say... Is your cold strong? Is the wind strong? Because I think kaze is like used for like a sickness too. However, it is not cool today.
しかし
Shikashi maybe?
今日
Kyo.
は
Uh,
涼しく
Suskushi.
ないです。
さあ
What? Come. Okay. Okay, the duo's telling me that Yomi-chan is incorrect. Fair enough. This is mine.
これは私のです。
醤油
Shoyu. That is, I know what shoyu is. It's some sort of like oil or something. Soy sauce. I was way off. Okay. No, I do not have a family. What? Okay. I do not have family.
いいえ。家族
いえ、家族
はいません。
ピンク色の服を洗いました。
pink color.
ピンク色の服を洗いました。
No, clothes.
ピンク色の服を洗いました。
洗いました? What? Why? Okay, that's what I will wash. I washed pink clothes. What? I bought a PC yesterday.
昨日、
No.
パソコンを買いました。
What is your favorite Japanese car?
今からあなたに電話をかけます。
I drive a Subaru, so I'll say Subaru.
今からあなたに電話をかけます。
Okay, from today.
今からあなたに電話をかけます。
How do I put that in English?
今からあなたに電話をかけます。
Because it's from today, you, to you, call, or phone called. I guess I will call you today. I will call you now on the phone. Oh, Ima is now. Okay, alright, that was just me getting ahead of myself. Okay. Ah, man, I failed. Duolingo said my Japanese level sucks. We're going to try to pass it one more time, then I'm stopping this and using my time a little more productively.
来ます。
Kimas, yeah, I hear ya. Subaru Impreza WRX, no. No, I drive a Subaru Crosstrek. Zaitaku.
在宅、
昼、
Hiru. Tetsu.
銀、
Well, that's not what I was...
鉄、
There we go. You still did
Miyage?
great. Thanks. I appreciate that. Miyage. Hirui.
広い、
I mean, or Hiroi, I'm sorry, that's my fault. Yeah, there's still some stuff I know. I walk from my house to the train station.
駅から
From my house, I'm sorry.
家から駅
Where you at, Made?
まで
Ie kara eki made. Are they using senpos or... No.
歩き
Aruki.
ます。
The family questions seem weird to me. Whenever I've seen iru or aru, it's almost always ga because their states of existence. Yeah, it's...
これは私のものです。
Watashi mono desu. Oh, this is my thing? I wonder if I should just say mine. Okay. Yeah, it's definitely weird. Like I said, anybody watching, don't get concerned. I'm not jumping on the Duolingo bandwagon. I just out of curiosity of not using it for 5 months, I was like, let's go test this out. It is on the bottom left. Okay, so... Alright, there is no... Alright, so we're just going bottom left exist. So we need...
右、
Migi is right.
左、
That was my fault. Hidari... Oh, wait.
左下
Hidari shita
に
ni
あり
arimasu.
ます。
ホテルに電話をかけます。
I will call the hotel. Wednesday. Alright, I still struggle with days of the week for whatever freaking reason.
水曜日
We're gonna say Sweet Yobi. Alright.
さあ
Sa. I don't remember what they said this one was. Did you do any more Native Shark today? Is it still worthwhile in your opinion? Yeah, I did Native Shark right before I jumped into this cluster. And yeah, I'm still digging it. I have, hold on. What is it, 14 days in a row? Or, well, I've been doing it for 14 days, and I didn't do it the second day that I had it, but I've done it every other day. While it's loading, I'll show you kind of how many days I've done it. I still definitely think it's worthwhile. Absolutely. Sa. I don't remember what they said Sa stood for. Wonder if it has anything on here. We'll see. Who knows? I don't know. Come along. Yeah, I don't remember what they said Sa was on here. I don't know. I am not sure. I mean... Oh, crap! They marked that as correct. That worked out well. I want juice.
ジュース が欲しいです。風は弱いです。
風はよ... What?
風は弱いです。
The wind is weak? I misspelled weak because I'm an idiot. I bought a PC yesterday.
パソコン
Oh, whoops.
昨日パソコンを買いました。
買い物に行きます。
買い物に行きます。買い物に行き... 買い物に行き... Oh, I will go shopping. I'm hoping to have a month streak on Link or Anki, and it'll be great. Yeah, absolutely. That'll be super cool. Do it. However, it is not warm today. I can't remember if Shikashi was it. I think so. However, it is not warm today. I just checked on Yomi-chan and it said that's it. However, today
今日
is not warm.
は
I'm going to put wa there because it's specifically talking about the day. 今日は
暖かく
暖かく
ない醤油をください。
醤油をください。Bring me soy sauce. I mean, come on, dude. That's... I mean... I know that it's not literally bring me, but this is one of those things where... I know what freaking kudasai means, okay? Like... That's ridiculous. Is it dirty? Where are we at?
汚い
Oh, it is dirty. I'm sorry.
です。
I thought it was is it dirty.
今週の日曜日、プールで泳ぎませんか？
This week, so this Nichiyobi, is that right? It is Sunday, alright. This Sunday.
今週の日曜日、プールで泳ぎませんか？
So this is probably going to be, shall we go swimming this Sunday? Would you like to swim at the pool? Yeah, again, another problem with tests being taken. Because, I mean, it's the same general idea. Are you brothers?
"お兄さんですか?兄弟
I feel like kyodai would be more... would make more sense.
ですか?家族はいますか?
家族はいますか? Do you have family? There is not much milk at all? Ooh. That's getting a little muddy. Where are you at, Gyunyu?
牛乳は
Gyunyu wa. There is not much milk at all. I don't know what this means. Okay, that's really.
多くない
Okay.
姉にスカートをもらいます。姉にスカートをもらいます。姉にスカートをもらいます。
I think it's on.
姉にスカートをもらいます。
姉にスカートをもらいます。もらえます。Yeah, to receive. Okay, okay. So, if this is to receive, but you're doing the action, I guess your sister... My sister gave me a skirt? Or is this saying that your sister received a skirt? I will get a skirt from my older sister. Dude.
ピンク色の服を洗いました。
Yeah. Oh, I hate this program. ピンク色を。
ピンク色の服を洗いました。ピンク色の服を洗いました。
I washed pink clothes. He is my older brother.
彼は、兄、
Oh, wait.
私の兄です。布団は長いです。
布団は長い。The futon is long? Okay. I get on the train.
電車に乗ります。
What app is he using right now?
前にテーブルがあります。
This is Duolingo.
前にテーブルがあります。
In front of the table? There is a table in front of me. I mean, there was no context. Dude, I was one away from passing it. What a stupid program. Ugh. Alright, I'm done with that. What a trash program. Okay. So yeah, in terms of Native Shark though, I'm 13 of 14 days, so I'm really enjoying it. Boom, 32. 32. We're going to add that to my study. What an absolute cluster. Sorry, I just out of curiosity, man, I wanted to go and see if I had any different feelings about Duolingo. And I still feel like it's pretty much the same. I don't care for it. Especially missing 3 or 4 of those questions with my wording being slightly off, because the problem is you're translating a sentence, and when you're translating it from another language, it's how you interpret it. And it's not that I interpret, kohi o kudasai as bring me a coffee. It's, oh, would you get me a coffee, please, or whatever. But it's like the same general nuance, and like I worded it maybe a touch differently just because I was going quick, but like, I don't know, man. I can't. 10 out of 10 would not recommend. Hang on, let me check this. I just got a message I need to check real quick. Okay. Okay, sorry. I just had to answer a message real quick. It's only good for some languages? Yeah. Almost nobody would say watashi no ani because it's already apparent you're referencing. Yeah, that's exactly, yeah. So, I feel like it should show that my Japanese level is progressing at the fact that I mean, that was the level 3. I would like to pass the level 3 and then try to do the level 4, but again, with the wonky translations and stuff, man, ugh. Anisa, and you're being, yeah, absolutely. So, like I said, that was just a, how long does it take to do a day's worth of Native Shark to finish in a year, thinking about getting it? They have a set to where you can do 4 lessons a day. Now, I don't think Unit 2 is out yet, like Phase 2, but Phase 1, if I continue doing 4 lessons a day, which I did not, so, and this is, I've actually gotten a little smarter about it. My flashcards are starting to stack up, and I didn't want to continuously just bog my... I have the hiccups again. Am I good? Okay. I didn't want to continue bogging myself down, so I actually just did my flashcards yesterday, because all you have to do is do your... As long as you do your reviews, you maintain your streak, which I think is pretty smart versus always introducing new material. Although I get the add new material, blah, blah, blah. But, I I think that somewhere it tells you my journey. Here we go. It'll tell you. So if I continue at the pace I'm going, I will finish phase 1 stats. That's what I was looking for. September 25th. So, you know, and I'm pretty happy with that because I'm just going slow and I've enjoyed it. But it takes me, like today it took me to do my flashcards and all the lessons was about 50 minutes. Some days it's a little bit longer and some days it's shorter. It just depends on how many flashcards you have come up. And I've started archiving a lot of flashcards that are just useless to me. So, just read Take Him. It takes a month if you're slow. I just can't do Take Him, man. Like I've tried. I don't know what it is. And like I get I know the whole thing is to let it kind of gloss over you, so to speak, and do whatever, you know, the whole thing is. But like, I really, really enjoy Native Shark's explanations. I find it's not overbearing, but it's still more than just like a little bit, but it's also not textbooky, if that makes sense. So I really, really enjoy it. Have you ever tried Asimil? I have Asimil for Chinese, actually. I haven't used it for Japanese. Do the phases have a JLPT equivalent? Phase 1 being N5, phase 2 being N4, etc. I don't know. I know that there is somebody that said that they have passed an N2, and that takes them about halfway through phase 2. So I'm not sure exactly. Because, I mean, this covers a lot, man. Like, I don't know if it says or not anywhere. But, like, just some of the stuff coming up, like... yeah, so, like, you've learned that nouns, adjectives, and particles can cover hard dependent... Alright, blah, blah, blah. Parts of speech connoisseur. You've seen every part of speech in use and learned most of the ways Japanese is unique. I mean, like, but it's just forming adverbs from adverb, right? And once you get further down here, like, what is this lesson? Kunaru, to become. So you're learning that. Combining two particles. That'll actually be super useful for me because I still don't really grasp the dewa and stuff like that. Using datte, mon, and doze. Okay, so there's still a ton of stuff. So I'm not 100% sure where any of that stuff is, like in terms of a level. When highlighting words, it shows the grammar as well. If I don't know if Yomi-chan does that. Yomi-chan doesn't. I don't think it shows the grammar. If I'm being honest with you, I don't think. Hold on, I can go. Let me just find a Japanese word real quick. Let me see. Most courses only go to N4. I think this. I mean, I'm not sure, but I think this will go past N4. But I like how they split the knowledge. Yeah, I like the way that it's divided up too. Which is why, I mean, that's literally why I use it. Here we go. Let's see. Yeah, Yomi-chan doesn't appear to show grammar. In categories. Yeah, no, I like that too. Have you tried Glossica? I have, but my issue with Glossica is what appears to be absolute sporadic sentence structure that has no rhyme or reason. I enjoy it, but I just need to, I don't know. I wish that the sentences were laid out a little bit differently. That's what I'm trying to say. I feel like I didn't know exactly what I was trying to say there. What else was I going to do? Oh, yeah. So I need to keep going. Did you continue with Pimsleur? I'm up to the second stage now. I did not. Mainly because of the cost, and I would much rather... Pimsleur is $20 a month, and I'm paying less than that for Native Shark, and I feel like... Well, with Native Shark, you've got the audio that you can listen to on regular, like in the tool section for shadowing and stuff, which is Pimsleur-ish anyway. And and just the super detailed information. So I opted to pay for Native Shark versus Pimsleur. Let's see. We'll probably do another little bit in a second, but I'm gonna take myself up here and chat with you all for a little bit. We'll see what's up. How long have I been streaming? 89 minutes? Yeah, I didn't realize it had been that long. We'll probably pop out here in a few. Did you continue? Oh, you can acquire it in another way. Oh, nah, man, I'm not. I don't do the whole pirating stuff. Are you still a link user? I am a link user. Actually, for whatever reason, it's hard for me to use link for Japanese. I keep trying to get into it, and I keep trying, but like it's just the way that the words in Japanese are parsed. It's really hard for me. Like, I get in a spell where I'll use link for a couple days, and then I'm just like, all right, I'm done. Are you still a link user? Okay, answer that. If that's the only barrier, I don't like to do that. Hey Seabolt, what's up, Cloudy? Howdy, welcome, man. Hope all is well. What are you drinking? I'm drinking Diet Coke. Actually, technically, I'm drinking Diet something cola. I don't whatever Food City's brand of pop is, because it's like way less cheaper. Caleb Smitty, welcome, dude. What up, AO? So, does anybody have anything else that they like? Anything like? I mean, you know, I don't necessarily want to. That session with Duolingo was miserable, and it reminds me of why I stopped using it. But I can try to do another test on there just to see if I can test out of that. Or is there any other site you would like to see me check out in terms of for Japanese? Or you guys just want to chat for a little bit? You want me to stop the stream? What do you guys want to do? What state do you live in, out of curiosity? I'm in Virginia. I'm on the western side of Virginia. I'm near West Virginia and Tennessee. I need to close. My Steam keeps giving me all kinds of... Comment est-on français? I don't know. I don't speak French. I tried to learn French, and it failed miserably. As have pretty much every language that I've ever studied. Until finally getting into... Boonpro, yeah, Boonpro is well, here we can do some Boonpro pop. I mean, it's not really much to do. You can just kind of peruse like grammar topics. Sorry guys, I keep going back to this message. I was talking to Matt on Facebook, and he was sending me some messages that I was needing to tend to, and I keep looking back to make sure that he hadn't responded yet. Boonpro. Yeah, so this is actually what I started doing. I started going through... I apparently have a bunch of stuff. But I started going through my Genki book, which the red is stuff that I went through until I was like, there's no point in me studying stuff that I already know. So I got down here. I'm actually decently far into it, like getting through some stuff. Domo, which I know, I don't see, like Nanikai no no ga suki, like miru no ga suki desu. Like, all right, cool. I like watching TV, whatever, that kind of stuff. Please don't nai de kudasai, whatever. So I know some of that stuff, but then I get just like still hasn't done Mada blank te form imasen. So like I added some of these cards to a flashcard deck because it has the example sentences here. Oh yeah, I guess I should probably go back to my chat here. Sorry guys, I was on the wrong window there. Will you continue? Well, I'm sorry. Will you continue? Will you be continuing RTK? Yeah, I'm still reviewing it. I'm not gonna do the additional whatever, but Like, I'm not going to do, like, the additional 1,000 characters. I'm going to keep it just where it is. You still learning Afrikaans? Yes. Yes. Fair enough, man. Are you planning on doing the rest of RTK before getting into sentence mining as your main source of study? No, I will. I'm gonna do. What am I trying to say here? I'm gonna just keep repping the deck that I have, like, which the reps keep going down just because there's no new cards being added, and I like being able to spend a little more time on, like, my Tongo deck and stuff. You know about MIA? Yes. Ever thought about doing an anime Japanese show night with a chat for MIA if it doesn't interfere with copyright? Yes, I have thought about that, and I'm trying to figure out how to do that without copyright. What's the best tool for you to your language journey? Well, the best, what has helped me this time is following the mass immersion approach. What Matt has done, and it has really helped me out. MIA is dying. That is super far from the truth. MIA isn't dying. That is the truth. What's MIA? I have a link in my description. You can go check it out. It's just massimmersionapproach.com, and it's just a method for learning. Most of the people doing MIA gave up a long time ago. That's why so many update videos never go past 3 or 6 months. Man, there's a lot of videos, actually, that are past 3 or 6 months. I think just a lot of people don't document their progress. And I don't think almost any... I know Cloudy does videos. I don't know how often he uploads. But in terms of someone doing MIA, Cloudy's probably the only other person that I know that does semi-regular MIA stuff. Like, a lot of people, like, they do MIA and they watch Matt, but they're not necessarily, like, YouTubers. They don't really want to do that. It's weird because I want to get my Chinese to fluency before I move on, but I'm always stuck between studying 3 languages or just focusing on one. Yeah, I mean, I'm focusing on Japanese with a... See, like, and the thing is, Japanese is my focus. And then I might spend 10, 15, 20 minutes. If it's a good day, if I've got 5 hours of Japanese in, I'll toss an hour into Afrikaans and feel comfortable with that. But it's also way easier to pick up because it's super similar to English. I'm doing MIA, but for Chinese. Yeah, that's a good thing. Oh, MIA changed my life. It definitely changed mine. I mean, in terms of my studying and learning habits, that is for sure. I know tons of people who are far into MIA, but they don't do videos. That's 100% right. Also, MIA is still a niche thing. There will be many more update videos in the future as MIA has grown a lot in recent months. Yes, yeah, I think there will be as well. I've talked to a couple of people in my Discord and a couple of people just here and there who are like, I think I might start making updates. And I'm like, do it. Go for it, man. It's just, whatever. 80-20 rule, my man. 80% Japanese, 20% Norwegian for me. Yep, I got that. I got the 80-20 from Gabriel Silva. He's who taught me the 80-20 principle. Although mine's probably like 95-5, but alright, so alright, so anyway, yeah, so I added this is actually still, let me see, yeah, so like
その本をまだ読んでいません.
Cool, alright, whatever, there's some stuff there. It only seems like it's growing because people don't do MIA, they just study and call it MIA without actually following the real method. I mean, if that's the case, you would say that I'm not doing MIA, but I'm doing pretty much MIA. Like, I'm not doing it 100% by the book, but I'm definitely taking the core principles and foundation and following it. I mean, that would be like, I feel like that would be like if you were doing like, I can't even think of a good example. I'm gonna think of an example. Alright, we'll take diets for example. Let's say you were doing keto, but you were doing dirty keto, or if you allowed yourself to eat, you were still under your carbs, but you ate a cookie, and so that gave you 12 carbs, but you could have just not ate the cookie and not had the 12 carbs, and being like, oh, well, that's not doing keto. Like, like, which I guess that's kind of maybe that's not the best example, but I mean, like, Orthodox MIA takes a lot of effort, depends on your life situation, in my opinion. The interview you did with Lindy was dope, thank you. The real method is highly flexible. MIA is going to look very, very, very different for different people and goals. That's what I like about it, man. It's like, it gives you the plan, and then, you know, you kind of incorporate it the way that you want. Obviously, like, the idea would be for everybody to follow it exactly to a T the way the website has it laid out, but it's one of those things that you can take the core foundation and you can kind of make it your own, right? Like Duolingo, you can't make your own. It's that pattern, right? I translated something loosely a little bit different than Duolingo, and they told me I was wrong. In MIA, you take the core principles and you can, I mean, as long as you're following the core principles and doing what it prescribes, like it's, you know, you're doing MIA. The MIA concept isn't anything really groundbreaking. The organization of the site and everything is really helpful, though. Take away Anki reps and people have been learning languages this way for decades. Yeah, I mean, it definitely goes back a long time. I mean, it's the way people have always learned. But the problem is that's the way the thing is, something like that has to exist because we've come so far away from where we have been that people want to spend 5 minutes a day and think that they're going to become fluent in a language in 3 months. And so, like, MIA is almost necessary to try and help people, you know, whatever. I didn't sentence mine until 3 months. I didn't start until 5 months, and I've done really terrible this month because I realized that my vocabulary is incredibly low. And so, like, I'm working on getting... I know that the idea of sentence mining is getting your vocabulary up, but my vocabulary is so small that it's hard for me to find +1 sentences. So that's I've focused a little bit more on... been focusing a little more on, like, doing my Tango decks and stuff. Decades, there was never such easy access to mass input until the last decade or so. Well, just because it's not easy doesn't mean people couldn't access it, though. Like, I mean, Steve Kaufman in the 60s learned by mass immersion. He just read books. It's easier now, yes, absolutely. I'm not debating that. It is easier now than it ever has been, for sure. I have foreign friends who just watched Friends over and over and learned English via immersion, or my girlfriend learned by watching hours of YouTube and the Kardashians. Oh, Lord. There's a dude I watch on my Japanese channel named... Bamba, like Bamba Life. He does like basketball videos, and he learned English pretty much strictly through watching the NBA. I don't know, I remember being told an MIA-like method was impossible a few years ago. We've definitely come far since basically everyone recommends immersion. I think it's because, that's a good point, and I think the reason is because people are tired of trying all these different things and not being fluent in a couple of months, and then they're just like, screw it, we're just going to take time and actually learn. Like, that's the thing. It's one of the it's a program that tells people how to learn. It's not a let's hack this language or let's learn this in 3 months or I studied Icelandic for 24 hours and now I'm fluent. It's none of that crap. It's just, hey, here, do this. It's going to take some time, but you'll eventually get there. For English learners, there's been plenty of media since the 90s. For English learners, there's been plenty of media since we basically claimed the entertainment industry for our own. Yeah, I think everything. I think the reason everybody recommends immersion now is just because it's if you look across the board, it's like kind of that clear-cut thing. You see these things, and it's all these videos of like I failed, and then like you start seeing these videos of immersion, and it's like, okay, well maybe this is working. I've been trying to explain MIA to foreign friends, but they just want to pass exams. Hey man, whatever people like to do, you know. I personally have no need or interest in passing an exam, but I also understand why people would. So I definitely wouldn't knock it. It's just not for me. That's why I like people, because I get comments all the time like, oh, are you going to take the N5? I mean, maybe at some point just to say I took a Japanese test and passed it, but my main focus is being able to understand what I'm watching, and then we'll go from there. I'm not at this point. I'm not overly concerned about taking a test. As a matter of fact, in Lindy's latest video, she even talked about how she has a friend who passed the topic 6, but could barely speak Korean, but she has a friend that can only pass the 3 that speaks very, very fluently. And there's plenty of, references to that throughout time. Whoops. Muted the wrong thing. There we go. Boom. What Boon Pro? Oh, I am using... Hold on, I'll shrink myself down. I'm not really using a pattern. I pretty much am using Boon Pro to basically farm flashcards, man. That's pretty much what I'm doing. But where is my window? There we go. I have just been going through my Genki books and just going through, right now I'm going through Genki 1, which I'm almost through with. I've got to do this right here, the No Naka de Gai. This confuses the crap out of me, so I'll probably have to take a little bit of time to try and learn that. Adjective plus naru. I don't know what that is right off. Ninaru, tsumorida. Okay, play in 2 and T. So this is probably have to spend a little bit of time on. Probably chapter 10 is about where I'll get a little bit more serious. But so basically, what I do is I would show you guys this, but as you know, as I mentioned millions of times, my OBS will not record my monitor for some reason. But basically, what I do is I go through here. I look through sentences. Now, I take the grammar concept, right? But I also try to look for sentences in these grammar concepts that are +1, right? I wouldn't want to use Nihon ni ku tsumorida because I know all those words. Obviously, I don't know the grammar construct, but I know these words. So I intend to study Japanese. I know those words. Nihongo benkyou shite Nihon ni ki tsumorita. I know that. Okay, cool. Wake up early tomorrow, know those words. Go by car, know that. Become good at sports, I know that. Okay, so maybe... Okay, here we go. Keiki wa... Oh, Jimbu da. I know Jimbu taberu. I know those words, but I walk. Okay, so I know a lot, actually... Okay, I just realized I know all those sentences. But I will take that, and then I will... You can click copy, and then I will, with MI add-on, you hit Control C Alt. It'll pop up the new card maker, and then I have ShareX open. I play the audio, I snap it, pop it on the card, and then I'll put on the card. If it's a +1 card, I will. Hi, chubby. Do you think I've never been called chubby or fat in my life, you idiot? I've literally heard that my entire life. Get out of my stream, you idiot. Like I will do that, and I will basically take that, and then I'll put the grammar construct and what it means on the flashcard, and then I will also put the +1, like if it is a +1 card. So yeah, I mean, and it works pretty well. I usually do about 2 or 3 examples per, and that seems to be working pretty good. Oh, I see. That's a good idea. What are your favorite languages? Mine is Chinese and Korean. Japanese, Afrikaans, and Vietnamese are probably my 3 favorites. My professors have always preached you don't get fluent in the classroom after you graduate and use/live the language, especially in that country. That's when you get fluent, i.e. immersion. Yeah, I mean, having that exposure definitely helps, that's for sure. Alright, so we use Mino no Nihongo textbooks in my university. I really suck at remembering te-form groups. Yeah, I'm still, like, the te-form still kind of confuses me. I'm learning Chinese. That's awesome. Yeah, I do love some Chinese, too. Do you find grammar flashcards helpful as much as the RTK deck? I really need to brush up. Yes, just simply because I feel like it's like the RTK deck helped me recognize the kanji. That's literally what it's for, but it helped me be able to see that. But like, I feel like learning the grammar constructs and stuff in flashcards, for me anyway, has been really helpful because it allows me to hear, like, because there's a lot of stuff that I'll see, and like I'll see some of the words, but then like something will happen, and I'm like, I don't know if that's a word or a grammar thing, and so this has helped with that for sure. So tsumorida. I intend to go. Nihongo ni iku tsumorita. Does it tell you? Which I'll probably need to do this at some point. Tsumorida. Notice it was ku. Tsuru iku. Oh, it's the dictionary form. I see that now. It took me a second. Iku, yeah. Okiru tsumorita. I intend to wake up early tomorrow. Okay. Yeah. Ashita wa haya okiru tsumori desu.
明日早く起きるつもりです。
The audio on this is pretty good too. They have other paths though. They actually have a Mina no Nihongo path. There's a Teiken path. Integrated approach to intermediate Japanese. Alright. And then you can actually just do you can literally just go through all the grammar points that they have as well. I don't know. Pretty cool stuff. Alright. Probably gonna wrap this stream up soon because it is 11 o'clock and I'd like to get a little bit more stuff in. Let me move that window. Alright. And I need to read this post. But yeah, if anybody has any final questions here, let's see. One of the things about Mina no Nihongo is that they start teaching you vocab only in the mas form. We don't learn dictionary form until chapter 18 or 19. That's interesting. That's one thing about, I know that like I've used the Genki books, but I've never taken words from Genki. All the words that I've learned have been outside of Genki. Like obviously I'll use the words from the example sentences from Bunpro, but that's because I can put audio. But I've never actually, like, I've never taken like a Genki like vocab list or anything like that. How many months are you into MIA? This is my 5th month. Yeah, this is my 5th month, and I will be next Tuesday. Will start my month 6. Okay, gotcha. Sorry, I had to read that. I had to do that to pass my Japanese exam. I started MIA a week ago or so. I'm trying to juggle both. Yeah, just be I mean, you know, I think MIA can help for sure. I think, you know, if you take the stuff that you're doing, but still, like, honestly, you could probably come out ahead. Like, take the stuff that you're having to do in class, but then do, you know, follow what MIA says, man. And I think that, I mean, you could probably be more advanced than a lot of people in your class. I'm almost 6 months into. Nice. Yeah, I started April 1st. Technically, I started last year. But, let me see. What was I gonna say here? I don't remember right off. I don't. I'm almost 6 months into. Oh, I started twice last year, but it only lasted for about a day or so. I feel like MIA is so much faster than what my university is teaching me. I really hope you're right, and they complement each other. Yeah, man. I think you know. I think it's good. I think it can definitely help. I mean, it's a proven method. I mean, that's for sure. You can look at tons of people online that have had really, really good results. Especially if you do RTK, that'll help a lot. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Like, I will never criticize my time of doing RTK. Like, I really wish that I would have started vocab a little bit earlier, but I'm glad I started it finally versus waiting. But RTK taught me how to recognize kanji as their own individual things versus just seeing them as a group of lines. So I will forever be grateful for that. But all right, I'm probably going to wrap up here soon because it's been almost 2 hours. If you have any final questions, let me know below. Also want to say while that's happening, thank you to my Patreon sponsors, which I have at the bottom of the screen for the people who sponsor these live streams. Thank you so much for that. If you have any interest in joining Patreon, you can jump over to patreon.com/SeaboltSpeaks, where I got some stuff over there. So, but yeah, if there are any final questions, anything like that. What was it? Anything of that nature? What was the thing that somebody told me in my comments I said too much? Hold on, I'm gonna go find out real quick. I'm not knocking that. I can't even remember what it was, but I know I said it all the time. I think it was this video. Let me see here. Yeah, I think it's this video. All right. Where is the video? Just need to get that off of here. All right. Well, my YouTube studio is being super slow. Here we go. I think it was this video. I want to see the comments, which apparently I can't. All right, let me just go to my channel. That'll be easier. Boom, here we go. And I don't need it to have sound. All right, comments. Well, I thought it was on this video. Fair enough. I don't know what video it's on. Maybe it was on my 4-month update video. How do you feel about MIA without sentence mining? I mean, that's what I'm doing so far. I do mine occasionally, but like I said, my vocabulary is still limited to the point of not really knowing what I'm doing. Like it's been hard for me to kind of stick to, like, I just don't have enough vocabulary to continue on, is I guess what I'm trying to say. Here we go. I did notice that you used the phrase "in terms of" around 15 times during this video. But the thing about "in terms of" is it fit the situation. But I definitely do say some stuff over the time. Thanks for the live chats, man. I appreciate it. Doing my reps during these streams feels like I'm back at university library studying in a group again. COVID times got me missing the library. Yeah, man, no problem. Hopefully I can bring some joy. And that's the thing. Like, I did my stream, got some stuff, but I still got my studying because just having a conversation with somebody the other day, and it's somebody I try to get advice from pretty often in terms of YouTube and stuff, and he just simply said, don't find yourself falling into a pattern where you're valuing content creation over your studies. So, and that is definitely a very true thing. So, all right. Well, it looks like everything's about done there. Thanks everybody for joining. Hopefully you enjoyed this. I do have, for sure, not this coming weekend, but the following weekend, I do have an interview set up, and I'm trying to get another one set up for the week, like coming week. So those should be not necessarily bad. Like, I'm not going to be doing 5 and 6 a week again, just because I do want to get my study and stuff in. But it's definitely something that you can look forward to that I'm going to have out there. So just letting you guys know that. So you can definitely look forward to that because I am going to be making some interviews again. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the... Where's my window? There we go. I will see you all in the next stream.